I had an idea about turning this place into a domain, a hallowed domain of words and images. I wasn't sure what I was going to do, but I did have a text that I wanted to see on the walls. I'm imagining that this could be the impact of words and the consequences of words and how words impact your psyche. I don't know what it's going to look like, but I imagine it's going to be sort of lovely to see all these multicolored letters. And if you walk around and try and piece the letters to the words and the words to the phrases, you've got these extraordinary images, most of which are bleak, but they're challenging, provocative images, and it's a dialogue. It's a conversation. It's certainly a tool for contemplation. There'll be a lot to consider to the person who comes in here and actually takes the time and tries to follow this text and see what it actually says. In the end, you could, when you get to the finish line, you might find that you know less than when you started out, but in the meantime, you'll have traveled through some really difficult topography, for sure. Tomorrow, I've got half a dozen artists that I've never met any of them coming here. I'm going to give them each a brush and a color and a letter. And we're going to have a little happening. You know, we're just going to sort of paint this thing onto the wall and see how that goes. It's going to be fun. It's going to be like working people like brushes. What I was thinking about when I started imagining what I could do here to make this interesting is what words do to us, because oftentimes someone says something to you or you read something and it gets caught in your head and you wonder why you're like, you know, sick for the whole day or elated, whatever it is. It's just the power of words. So this is about the power of words. And then I picked some paintings I hadn't seen since 2008 when I painted them, and I thought, you know, these paintings in a way kind of mirror what words how words affect your psyche. You know, someone says something and you go, and I thought these paintings might be interesting in concert with the words, so that's it. As Saul LeWitt said to me when I worked on one of his wall pieces, don't be creative. This is more like a contemplative exercise, you know?
Okay.
So you don't have to be uptight about this. Just let yourself enjoy that you're painting something that doesn't involve thinking. Oh, I love it. I love it. Oh, that's good. We're gone now. All right. I'm trying to offer an opportunity for people to paint without thinking. Oftentimes, they don't know how to do that. A lot of people are hung up, or at least preoccupied with thought. So I'm just trying to drive the point home that there's no thinking involved in this project. And when you paint without thinking, you can get somewhere.
It's cool. Yeah.
Grab one, pick one you like. What I'll do now is I'll in terms of painting, is I'll see the spaces and I'll try to bridge things together. Like there's a space here, and there's these tentative, really tentative letters. I'm just gonna fill it. I'm going outside the line, Steve. It's certainly not hard to be a victim to words. When people use words, words are weapons. You know, how do we use words? We use words to manipulate and to entertain and to communicate.
Have I seen any words? There's one right here. Fear.
Oh, look at you.
I can see some as I'm coming up to them, but I'm not thinking too much about it.
Good.
I'm seeing certain words. It's kind of a delight to stand back and see a few, but I really love how they coalesce, how they just are melting into each other.
I'm definitely discovering words.
Like what words?
Thing is there. Happens.
On some level, it takes a room and it turns it into a kind of a meditation on letters, on colored letters. And even if you don't know what it says, it'll have a sound, it'll have a kind of a vibration that will work on your psyche, because colors and lines will do that. It's beyond what I expected. I guess it's going to be what people make out of it. And so, you know, everybody comes to this thing, brings back something for themselves. There's some food here. Offhand, it looks like just undiluted positive energy. This trumps the text. Wherever it takes you, wherever this text takes you, this says more, and it's goodness and generosity. It's the opposite of what the text is.